Over the last couple days, the Fortnite community on Twitter has been going absolutely crazy, and no, it's not because of any stupid nerfs or because Ninja's crying about something else, although that is still happening. This time we're talking about the death of the most beloved Fortnite character in history, Jonesy. Now, I think it'd be fair to say that there's only really ever been 3 other story characters that have made a massive impact on the game's community, those 3 being Dr. Sloan, Midas, and the Foundation. So to see the main guy go, it's sad. But what evidence is there to back this up? Well, the whole conversation I think we need to start with is this whole idea of Fortnite moving away from its original identity into more of this metaverse-driven thing. It kinda sucks to think that Fortnite's removing their main original character with the hopes of replacing him with someone like Hope. Not saying she's a bad character, and I'll actually get into what I really like about her later, but it's definitely another step in the direction of moving away from what everyone knew Fortnite as. I think the whole speculation for this sort of thing happening started in the story quest, where the Oracle, who obviously is in the name, can predict the future, tells Jones that his future is dark and that he doesn't want to know about it.
Wow. Kind of a vibe killer.
You really want to kill the vibe? I'll start scrying your future.
Then Jones says something himself with a lot of doubt where he goes, he's not gonna win, I don't think, referring to Dr. Doom. You always expect one of these to be your last, I guess. And then finally, and arguably the most undeniable piece of evidence comes in this loading screen, where we see Hope facing off one-on-one against Dr. Doom using Captain Jonesy's shield, implying that not only because it's scratched, something happened to him, and she is using his weapon which he died with in battle to get revenge against Dr. Doom. So, look, there's the evidence, it's pretty strong. But how are Fortnite gonna kill him off? Surely it's not just through some text dialogue, like this has to be an on-screen dramatic moment. Well, luckily for us, in a not-so-lucky situation, we will likely be getting a live event on October 5th or October 6th, depending where you live, that not only signals the end of the Doom armor in-game, implying he's fully prepared and he's ready for battle, but this is also the most likely time where we will see the death of Jonesy if it's gonna happen in this season. And man, I can tell you lots of people are not ready for this. And this event could go down as one of the greatest in Fortnite history story-wise, and also one of the most emotional and heavy impact. So I'll definitely be streaming it on this channel and most likely talking about after in a few videos, so make sure to say subscribe for that. And just because you did subscribe, I'm going to answer a question that a lot of you might be having. So Jonesy, right? He's one of these main Fortnite characters, a lot of speculation that he's gonna die, there's evidence that leading up to it. Didn't the story say that he was immortal? Well, first of all, when Jones says that he has become immortal after joining the Imagined Order, he means that he doesn't age. It doesn't mean he can't be killed. And how do I know this? Am I just making this up? Well, no. Look in the collision event. When Dr. Sloan got hit with the mech fist, Jones was convinced that she was genuinely dead. If Jones, being a member of the Imagined Order, knew that every IO member was immortal, then he wouldn't think she was actually dead, he'd just think she was still alive. But no, it's because IO members can still die, they just can't age. I hope that clears things up, because there's a lot of people that have asked about that. So we face the reality, the beloved Fortnite Jones character might be dying in a live event on October 5th or 6th. But what is this setting up for? Well, something that I've heard a lot of people mention is how after this season we are going into Chapter 2 OG, and Chapter 2 OG has rumored to be finishing with a remix of the Device live event from Chapter 2 Season 2, which was also the first time we ever saw Agent Jones as a character within the Fortnite storyline. I think this would be an incredible way to sort of bring it full circle, and maybe we even go back in time to bring this Jones to the present. I don't know, I sort of feel like that would feel like we were replacing him in a sense, kind of like what they did with Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine, but that felt pretty cool, so I don't know, maybe it could work. But I feel like even beyond Chapter 2 OG, this is setting up for the introduction of Hope to be our real main character for Fortnite. And as I said earlier, I don't mind that. Let's give you a brief rundown of who Hope is. So the Chapter 5 island was ruled by a faction known as the Society. Every single member of the Society had a bloodline related to the Greek pantheon, and one of the main members, known as Valeria, was tempted into discovering and unearthing Pandora's box. After releasing the evils of Pandora's box, the gods were furious with her and came to the island, but she just left, so her sister Hope had to step up to the case. After dethroning Zeus and really pissing him off, Zeus strikes Pandora's box with lightning, sending the gem off into the distance so someone else can take its power. The people of the Wasteland do, and they try to use it to power up a ship to ram through the island, when their plans get manipulated by none other than Dr. Doom. Now, Dr. Doom, who's wanted to create his own version of the Imagined Order for years, has the perfect power to do so, and Hope, left in this situation by her sister Valeria and also told by the Greek oracle that she is the one who needs to do this, she is under a lot of immense pressure, and Jones, as her close friend and member of her faction, the Underground, is sort of guiding her through this life of challenging different evils because he has done something very similar. So the fact that Jones as a character is sort of taking Hope on as an apprentice makes her a lot better, but it's also nice for him to have a friend considering he almost lost Peely and he has already lost the Seven and even potentially Dr. Sloan. In the most recent quest, we really get a deep dive into Hope's emotional state with all of this pressure. She is expected to save the world and fight against Doom, but she honestly feels like a fraud. And with her story of her family in the Greek pantheon and everything to do with her sister and also her grandfather having some backstory, I think she's a really solid character for the Fortnite storyline, and she's also kept this chapter really consistent. Like, did anyone notice how the story I was explaining before actually made sense in comparison to something like Chapter 4, where I'd say, oh, this rift gate brought a Tokyo city from the sky which opened up a jungle underground which was haunted by a vampire who stole skeleton heads from across reality. Like, it was just a mess, and Hope is the sort of beacon bringing everything together in Chapter 5, and that's why I think she's a really solid character. So look, whether you like it or not, it really looks like Jones is on his way out. Is Hope a solid enough replacement? I think so. And can she step up to the role and take on Doom to avenge Jones? I guess we'll have to see in early October.